In the centre of Invercargill, New Zealand's southernmost city, is a hardware store. It contains a wall of tools that is over 100 metres long, a paradise for the do-it-yourself Kiwi handyman. The store is associated with two remarkable southern men who represent extraordinary stories of Kiwi ingenuity, known here as the number 8 fencing wire attitude. This attitude is named after a type of fencing wire that can serve a variety of purposes. Ernest Hayes, after whom the store is named and whose descendants still run it, came out to New Zealand in the 1880s. Hayes settled on a farm in central Otago and in a small workshop on the farm began to invent tools to help him with farm work. These included cutters, a cart jack, cattle stops and a type of wire strainer which was rapidly adopted for farm fences. He also invented a farm windmill for pumping water. You can still see these windmills turning slowly in the wind in many rural areas of New Zealand. The work of the second Kiwi inventor is found once you go inside Hayes' store. Bert Munro grew up on a farm about 30 kilometres north of Invercargill. In 1920, Munro, aged 21, bought a brand new Indian Scout motorcycle. It had a top speed of about 55 miles per hour. That was not fast enough for Bert, so he began to tinker with the bike. Without much money and a full-time job as a motorcycle salesman, Bert had to work at night and fashion his own tools. He would cast parts in old tins, make his own barrels and pistons, and use old Ford truck axles for new conrods. By the 1930s, Bert's bike was reaching speeds of up to 90 miles per hour. By 1940, he reached 120 miles per hour. Munro had enlarged the engine from 600 cc's to close to 1,000. He used to race the bike on Oreti Beach just south of Invercargill. In the 1960s, Bert decided to take on the world. In 1962, at the age of 63, Munro took his old Indian motorcycle that he had modified to the Bonneville Salt Flats in northwestern Utah during Speed Week. Before astonished spectators who could not believe the age of both rider and bike, Munro reached a speed of 179 miles per hour. 5 years later, at the age of 68 and suffering from a weak heart, Munro took his 47-year-old machine to an average speed of almost 184 miles per hour, a record which still stands for a 1,000cc class bike today. Though the ride was not without its problems.
At the salt we were going like a bomb. Then she got the wobbles just over halfway through the run. To slow down, I sat up. The wind tore my goggles off and the blast forced my eyeballs back into my head. Couldn't see a thing. We were so far off the black line that we missed a steel marker stake by inches. I put her down. A few scratches all round, but nothing much else.
Bert Munro has not been forgotten. In 2005, Kiwi film director Roger Donaldson made a feature film about Munro called The World's Fastest Indian. It starred Anthony Hopkins, and Invercargill's present mayor Tim Shadbolt made a cameo appearance. If you can drag yourself away from the 100-metre tool wall in E. Hayes & Sons hardware store, you will find Munro's original Indian Scout motorcycle. You will also see the replica used in the film and a number of other bikes that belong to one of New Zealand's greatest do-it-yourselfers, Bert Munro.